The Margay cat is 2 feet tall from head to tail and 3 feet long. With an average weight of 5 to 12 pounds, this mid-sized cat has beige fur with black and gold rosettes and dark stripes down the back. At first, the Margay could be mistaken for an ocelot. However, a closer examination will show several features that are particular to the nocturnal Margay: bulging brown eyes, broad paws, and long tail. Margays are mostly nocturnal and solitary animals, but with some diurnal activity as well. Adaptations let the Margay easily move between tree branches. These adaptations include hind feet that can rotate 180 degrees. The Margay is the only cat that can descend a vertical tree head first. The tail can measure up to 70% of the head and body length and acts as a counterweight to help maintain balance. Their large paws aid their jumping and allow them to grip tree bark and narrow walkways. Captive Margays have been reported to run along close lines, jump 4 meters horizontally and 2.5 meters vertically, and hang by their hind feet to manipulate objects with their front paw. Margays hunt mostly on the ground, but can also take prey in trees. However, it travels mostly on the ground. Given its arboreal capabilities, there has been a recurring myth that this cat is either sensorial or arboreal. It indeed possesses several unique arboreal skills, but that does not necessarily make it arboreal per se. In fact, evidence is highly suggestive of terrestrial, locomotion, and hunting. But with resting time in trees, the little information available about their home range sizes indicates variations between 1 to 20 kilometers squared. Typically, the Margay home range body size ratio is of 3.7 kilometers squared per kilo of body mass, making its home range size larger than expected value based on its body size. The agility of Margays enables them to prey on small mammals that would otherwise be hard to catch in their arboreal habitat, such as small primates and squirrels. However, they also prey on amphibians, reptiles, birds, and eggs. It also comes in useful whilst navigating the tree canopy, and they can catch themselves whilst falling with quick movements to grab branches before climbing back up. The Margays are intelligent and opportunistic predators. Researchers in Brazil found Margays feeding on bats caught in mist nets. They also have been observed imitating the calls of squirrel-sized monkeys known as pied tamarins. This is the first recorded instance of a wild cat species in the Americas copying the calls of its prey, the researchers say. The observations confirmed what until now had been only anecdotal reports from Amazonian inhabitants of wild cat species, including jaguars and pumas. The adaptations of the Margay to their forest habitat is such that they are badly affected by their contracting ranges due to deforestation and land conversion, as they refuse to cross open areas with no cover. Margays are found almost exclusively in forest habitats, which vary from humid, tropical, evergreen, and deciduous forests to montane and cloud forests.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Continuous stretches of woodland to small swamp fragments, surrounded by savanna and even coffee and cocoa plantations when there is sufficient tree cover. Though, they are less tolerant of human settlement than other cats. There are very few recorded instances of Margay activity during the day when they can be found resting in trees 7 to 10 meters above the ground. Possibly as protection from ocelots, the Margay can be found from Mexico to Argentina. It was once found in the United States in Texas. The last Margay seen in the United States was spotted in Texas in the 1850s. The Margay's excellent adaptations for an arboreal lifestyle make it dangerously dependent on continuous forest habitat. Populations are declining as their forest ranges are reduced by human conversion to agriculture, pasture, and infrastructure development. Unfortunately, Margay ended up cornered in isolated parcels of land, surrounded by a cleared forest where the population suffers from inbreeding and lack of prey. In Brazil, due to habitat fragmentation, populations in the Atlantic forest are more threatened than those in the Amazon. Due to its beautiful thick soft fur, Margay was one of the most heavily exploited cats for the fur trade until trade restrictions in the late 1980s. As Margays are smaller than other sought-after cats with similar coats, ocelot, jaguar, leopard. It took at least 15 animals to make one coat. In 1977, at least 30,000 skins crossed the international market, which declined to 138 in 1985. Following legal protection of some of its range in sites for Trade Regulation 6. However, illegal hunting is still a threat in some areas for trade in the pet and fur industries and retaliatory killing when animals are found attacking poultry. Very little is known of the status and abundance of the margay. The margay populations and protected areas outside the Amazon basin are assumed to be very low and not to be viable in the long term because they suffer under the ocelot effect. They tend to be rare in areas where their range overlaps with ocelot. Alike, not only in appearance, there are also significant similarities in their diet, and ocelot will kill margay to eliminate competition. The species could be classified as vulnerable in the future, and more reviews are of high importance. Furthermore, trails on the ecology, demographics, natural history status, and threats of the margay are needed to support adequate conservation efforts.